There's a form of deception out there that's so perfect, so intoxicating, that you will willingly hand over your entire world for it. You'll even call it the greatest love story of your life, but you'd be wrong.
It feels like you've finally stepped into the light, doesn't it? Like a spotlight has found you in a crowded room, and for the first time, everything is just perfect. But you're not the star of this movie. You're the audience. And the person you think you're falling in love with, they're just playing a part. So what we're going to do here is pull back the curtain on this whole performance, so you can see the manipulation for what it really is, before that final act. So how does it all start? Well, it begins with a perfect storm. It's this overwhelming wave of affection that feels just like destiny. It's intoxicating, it's all-consuming, and it's designed to feel exactly that way.
Think about it. Constant texts, endless compliments, surprise gifts showing up, future plans that, up until now, you've only dreamed of. It's a flood, right? A relentless downpour of attention, and it's meant to sweep you off your feet so you can't even feel the ground anymore. And look, this isn't just emotional, it's chemical. It's a carefully crafted overdose of dopamine sent straight to your brain's reward center. You're not just falling in love, you're getting addicted. They will look you right in the eyes, and they will say these words: "I've never met anyone like you. You're perfect." Just pause for a second. Have you ever heard those exact words? It's a script, and it works almost every single time.
So let's get into the psychology here, because this is where it gets really interesting. They aren't just making you happy. They are collecting your happiness. Every smile, every laugh, every single moment of joy, it's like a trophy they get to put on their shelf. See, it's not about your happiness. It's about their power to create it. It's proof that their performance is working.
This whole phase, it's a bubble. Time itself just seems to stop, or at least it flows differently. Kind of like this hourglass, right? It feels like beautiful rose petals are falling instead of just plain old sand. But an hourglass always runs out.
And this is where the fairy tale starts to feel a little enclosed. The warmth is definitely still there, but you start to notice the walls. The affection starts to feel like the bars of a beautiful golden cage.
It happens so slowly, so subtly, you barely notice. Their love starts to take up all the space in your life. Calls from your friends, they go unanswered because you're busy with them. Family gatherings get missed for some more special night together. The door to your own life is being gently but very firmly closed. You see, there's a real machinery behind all the magic, and it's basically a four-step process. First, they overwhelm you, so you can't think straight. That's that dopamine hijack we talked about. Second, they make you dependent on them, on their validation, for your next hit. Third, they isolate you from anyone who might call them out. And finally, step 4, they establish complete control.
And the compliments, they start to change. It's stuff like, "I love how you don't need anyone but me." Or, "Your friends are kind of a bad influence, you know? You're so much better when it's just us." The praise now comes with a price. The beautiful words, now they have thorns.
And you have to ask yourself a very simple, but also a very terrifying question. Is this love, or is it ownership? Because once they have you right where they want you, isolated, dependent, that's when the mask slips. And this isn't just a lover's quarrel. No, it's a predictable pattern. It's a hallmark of narcissistic personality traits. The shift from total out is swift, it's shocking, and it is brutal. The constant affection just stops. The loving texts become cold, one-word replies, or worse, just silence. That warmth you grew so used to, so addicted to, is gone. And the cruelest irony of it all is this: the very same flame they used to light up your entire world is the one they now use to burn it all down. So let's just call it what it is. The clinical definition of love bombing is an attempt to influence a person by demonstrations of attention and affection. You got to notice the key words there:
An attempt to influence. It's not a feeling, it's a tactic.
And all of a sudden, you can't do anything right. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. You're ruining everything. The chaos that they create is always, somehow, your fault. The perfect world they built for you is now a disaster scene, and you're the one they're pointing at, holding all the blame.
Okay, this next part is the most painful part of the journey. But honestly, it is also the most important. This is the moment of realization, the moment the entire illusion just shatters into a million pieces.
Here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. The reason they adored you, the reason they said you were perfect, it wasn't because of who you are. It's because of what you did for them. You reflected back the perfect image of themselves. You see, they didn't fall in love with you. They fell in love with their own reflection in your eyes.
And that is the core truth of it all. They didn't break your heart. They shattered a mirror. And when that mirror shattered, well, they couldn't see their perfect reflection anymore. So they turned on you with absolute rage.
And that agony you're feeling? It's not just loss. It's a really specific, haunting kind of grief. It's the realization that the person you gave your heart to was never real. You are literally mourning a ghost, a character they invented to get what they wanted from you.
And when the show is finally over, you are left completely alone, standing in the silent, empty ruins of what you really thought was the greatest love story ever told, and you're just realizing it was all a beautiful, elaborate lie.
But you know, there's a strange kind of power in all this devastation, because a shattered mirror can no longer be used to project a false image. The illusion is broken, forever. And for the very first time, in that painful silence, you can finally see the truth.
It leaves all of us with one final, crucial question. When love feels like a fairy tale, you must always ask yourself, who is writing the story?
Look, if any part of this felt deeply, painfully familiar to you, please, just know that you are not alone. This is a story that is played out for so many people. If you feel comfortable enough, maybe share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the hidden patterns of how we all tick, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time.